Good afternoon. Luke Fogarty joins me on commentary today as Leamington step out onto your Co-op Community Stadium turf for their final league game of 2021, a year that they'll be hoping to see out in some style following a challenging winter fixture list. With no win in 7 league games, manager Paul Holleran hasn't shied away from the fact that his side are weathering a tricky period as they head into the new year, with 3 points being a priority on both their Christmas list and New Year's resolutions. No such Christmas miracle has occurred in Leamington's medical room, with their squad still plagued with injuries to key players. Holleran makes one change to Boxing Day's stalemate with Gloucester as Junior English comes in for Callum Gittins in midfield. So today sees Leamington lock horns with another side at the wrong end of the table as AFC Telford United make the trip down to Warwickshire before the turn of the new year. Sitting rock bottom of the league and with just 2 league wins to their name, the Bucks football has somewhat been overshadowed by sagas off the pitch. They're looking forward to a new future with Paul Carden and Carl Baker at the helm. Telford travel to Harbury Lane seeking their first league win in 8 games, having lost 4 of their last 5 in the league. So an early opportunity for the Bucks to get their horns in front. In comes the corner then, it's deep, it's inviting. Weaver thought about it, stayed at home, and it's a free header, clips off the crossbar. It was Saul Shotton, the centre-back. I think Jake Weaver may have got a nick on that to tip it over onto the crossbar. It ricochets behind Foggo.
Yeah, I think it was Stephen Morley headed it over actually, but a free header from Shotton. We've got to do better on the marking from that really.
So Leamington have a bit of early defending to do here on the Harbury Lane end. Leamington 0, AFC Telford United 0. First minute onslaught by the visitors. Morrison, who captains the side for the 3rd consecutive game this afternoon, links up with his centre-back partner Lane. Lane fires into the chest of Kelsey Mooney. Mooney trades passes with Turner. Mooney in on goal here, angles tight, and Ross Griffiths forced into a save at his near post. Brilliant build-up play by Leamington though. Morrison laying off to Lane. Lane firing into the chest of Mooney. Deft touch from him, cute round the corner towards Turner. Mooney didn't lay on his woes, continued his run through the Telford's defence. Cleverly found by a reverse ball by Dan Turner, and Mooney drawing the save from Griffiths at the near post.
No, great move. One touch football. As I said, these 3 really link up well. I think it's got, if you can get these 3 out more often than not, you've got half a chance of scoring. Probably should have shot across the goalkeeper, but hey, it's been open because of goal.
It'll be Birch with this one, the right wing back, the number 2. It goes into the penalty area, dealt with by English and scooped away by Turner, only as far as the edge of the 18-yard box. Morley leaves it for Turner, who leaves it for Morley. Back into the penalty area, acrobatic effort on goal by Jason Oswell. But danger signs again for Leamington. The alarm bells are ringing. They're not dealing with the second balls on the edge of their own penalty area, and they're almost punished over a piece of brilliance from Jason Oswell, but his acrobatic effort just shy of Jake Weaver's left-hand post. Oswell releasing McHale. Left-hand side of the penalty area, just shy of the right-hand post with the effort. It was McHale who broke away on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Angle was tight, and Weaver across, but didn't trouble him with the effort as it was shy of his right-hand post.
We must get on the edge of the box here. Andrews and Turner need to be winning those balls on the edge. Stop it getting recycled.
McHale with the corner, left-footed. It's towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Goodridge looking to recycle this from the right-hand side. Decent delivery. Oswell was there. Big shouts for hands as his acrobatic effort was filed off the line by Leamington and behind for another corner kick. But Oswell was all alone at the back there. So right on the stroke of half-time, can Leamington get their noses in front? Parker standing over this with the luminous orange boots. Parker right-footed. It's a wicked delivery. Dealt with again by Telford, first man. Parker's wrestling there again with McHale. Kelp alive, might fall for Junior English, through on goal and puts Leamington into the lead on the stroke of half-time. And Leamington make this recycled ball count. Ball came in from Parker, only half cleared by Telford. It was a bit of a wrestling match on the edge of the penalty area. It wasn't pretty, but the finish from Junior English was tidy, it was composed. Away from Ross Griffiths to his left-hand side.
Well played, Jack Lane. Jack Lane got it exactly what we were saying, got on the second ball there, and a lovely little cultured header in between the defenders for Junior to run onto, off his chest, and through on goal, 1-on-1. He's not going to miss that. And yeah, I think just about deserved.
Second goal of the season for Junior English. Christmas present, New Year's present, but it's Leamington who have their noses in front right on the stroke of half-time. Leamington 1, AFC Telford United 0. McHale with his corner kick then. Left-footed outswinger towards the back post. Header back across goal, and there's Lilly. Scooped over the crossbar by Weaver again. But Weaver, far more busy goalkeeper in the second half than he was in the first, as you say, Foggo. And produces a save you'd expect him to make under his crossbar. So Leamington lead by a goal to nil. Just over 15 minutes to go here at your Co-op Community Stadium. Leamington looking to put a 2-goal cushion between themselves and the visitors. Parker, better delivery this time towards the back post and there's a penalty to Leamington. Jack Lane dragged to the floor at the back post. And the referee, no hesitation in Dale Whitton's mind, pointed straight for the spot, and Leamington will have the chance to double their advantage.
Now this would be interesting, wouldn't it? Because there was a scrap last time, if you remember, between Kelsey Mooney and and Turner.
But it looks like it will be Turner once again. So Dan Turner, Leamington's top goal scorer, has a chance from 12 yards. Dan Turner from 12 yards. No goal in 7 games. He's got one now. Rolls it into the bottom corner. Absolutely no problem with this spot kick for Dan Turner. And Leamington are well on their way to taming the Bucks at the bottom of the table. Leamington 2, Telford 0. Dan Turner, his 9th of the season from 12 yards.
Cool as a cucumber, wasn't he? Just rolled it in the bottom right-hand corner. Great finish.
So Dan Turner winning the battle of wits from 12 yards and rolls home his 5th league goal of the season, his 9th in all competitions, and Leamington's 2nd of the afternoon. Leamington 2, AFC Telford United 0. So it's an interesting little development here. It's a drop ball on the edge of the Leamington penalty area. Oswell was asking the question, can I contest it? The referee said, well, you can, but we were just going to pick it up. Meanwhile, Turner looking to lob Griffiths from distance as the ball just broke to him from about 30 yards, but got his angles all wrong and it's well wide. But Weaver ended up just grabbing the ball off the referee into his gloves and playing on before Turner's attempted effort. Brood under pressure from Devon Kelly-Evans, neatly done into Daniels, who can open his legs down the left touch line. Brood with the overlapping run. Daniels now up in support, left-footed cross from him on towards Weaver, who spilled it, and out of nowhere Telford have one back, and Jake Weaver, it's a routine catch for the Leamington goalkeeper, but he's let it slip through his hands at the front post, and out of absolutely nowhere Telford have a goal back, and Leamington have shot themselves in the foot. And Jake Weaver, his 2nd game back following a concussion he suffered against Chester, has had an absolutely calamitous afternoon in goal and dropped the ball into his own net. A moment to forget for Jake Weaver, but a way back in for Telford.
I don't know what to say about that. It's a routine catch and it's just skill through his hands. It's a greasy afternoon. I feel sorry for Jake really in that respect. But I said to you earlier, I'm not sure he's quite right yet, in my opinion. He wouldn't have done that 5 matches ago, I know.
Birch allows the ball to bounce, as you say, Foggo allowing Turner to have a run at him. But Birch does well, though, with help from Ross White, clears his lines, only towards Meredith, who brings it down just shy of the centre circle. Offloads to Morley, left-hand side, just inside the Telford half. Morley gives the ball straight to Telford, though. Birch, White now hoists up to the halfway line where Banj is waiting, brings it down and then invites Birch forward. Oswell, Williams, this is promising for Telford. Banj might break for Daniels, last ditch challenge, and Weaver gathers, still not gathered by Weaver, and it's in for Telford. They've brought it back. The impossible has happened for the Bucks, and it's Brendan Daniels who's got them both for Telford. Can you believe it? Telford have nicked a point from this contest when it looked like they'd go home with nothing. Leamington 2, Telford 2, and the brakes have absolutely collapsed.
Well, I don't quite know what to say about that really. Goalkeeper's dropped it, had a couple of opportunities to deal with it before it got to Weaver, and he's sort of half picked it up, dropped it again, and they've bust it in the net from nothing. Let's be careful we don't lose it now.
Throwing away 2 points here, Leamington. As you say, Fogger, it could be more. They could leave with nothing. Telford, the Bucks, with their tails well and truly up. Never say die at your Co-op Community Stadium. Normally that's the story for Leamington, but today it's been Telford's tale. Telford clear the ball away. Still we play, and now Williams in a foot race with Morley, and Williams has got there ahead of Steph Morley. Right hand side, infield to Daniels. Is this the moment for Telford? Williams is still there. Goes down in the penalty area, and it's a free kick that goes Leamington's way. Well, Williams went down under the challenge of Jake Weaver.
It's a blatant dive.
Kite Williams went down under the challenge of Jake Weaver, bursting through on the right hand side of the penalty area. Dale Wooten's whistle went. You thought for a minute the Christmas miracle was about to happen, but the arm went up the other way, and he's given a free kick for simulation against Williams rather than a spot kick.
And a booking, and deservedly so.
Wow, what drama we've had here at your Co-op Community Stadium in these dying embers. So it's set up for a grandstand finish. Free kick to Telford, just inside their half. Griffiths will take it high up into the Warwickshire floodlights, but there's no time for any more fireworks here on the stroke of New Year. But we've already had all the fireworks we could ever want on the stroke of New Year's. Well, Leamington leading by 2-0, and seemingly drifting towards a routine 3 points. 3 points that would have been their first win in 7 league games. But boy, were we in for a storm in the final 5 minutes. Here at your Co-op Community Stadium, and it's finished Leamington 2, AFC Telford United 2.
So Paul, a point to see out the festive season and 2021. Your thoughts on the game against Telford?
I think it's there for everyone to see, isn't it? I mean, listen, it was hardly a classic. I think you've got one team in them probably struggling with a little bit of confidence. You've got us with team players missing and everything we've had to do. And listen, I'm so pleased with the boys over these 2 days. It's a big ask, 26-28. I know we hear about all these Premiership managers and clubs with 100 professionals and the life of Riley, but some of these boys, are working today, or going to work tomorrow, and they're in training Thursday, and they'll go again the weekend. It's very hard to criticise because we've brought a young lad in from West Brom who's done great. We've moved Meredith into the middle of the park. I've got Junior off his sick bed to come and play there because Gitto broke down this morning. Joe Clark sort of failed the fitness test. It just goes on. At the moment, it's just going on and on. So when you look at the discipline of our performance on Boxing Day, and you follow it up today, and you'd have to say that Telford would argue for their efforts and percentage of play and half chances. They deserve something out of the game. You wouldn't argue with that. And they're the kind of side that you can see with the quality they've got. They just get a little bit of momentum. And this could be a turning point for them, something like this, because things happen like this. From our point of view, listen, without it being a classic, these players have given everything again today. We've got the 2-goal advantage, and you're going deep into 80s. We're 85, 86, 87, I think. And listen, it's pretty obvious that the same players made 2 mistakes. Sadly, that happens. There's also another, but is that there's a way to play when you're 86, 87 and you're 2-0 up. In terms of on more than one occasion late in the game, we've had opportunities to spin them round, to go wider, quicker, to put more distance in our passes to stretch the game, especially when they've gone 4-2-4. We want to try and pin them up, and we didn't do it. But I know we're tired, not got a lot of options sort of centrally on the bench, and you can see it. And listen, we didn't quite deserve that, but it's what you deal with. It's another point on the board, should have been 3. But listen, whether it's me as the manager, the players, you as captain, we all make mistakes, and Jake's been fantastic for us, and he's had about 3 or 4 minutes, and it's one of them. Listen, he'll show some character now and he'll bounce back. But yeah, when you're 2-0 up at home with the clock on 86, 65, 6, whatever it was, we should see it through regardless of the situation.
Next home game here is against Gloucester. Are we hoping to have any more players back from the injury, or what's the latest on everyone so far?
Not sure, to be honest. No, it's not great because all the injuries we're getting seem to be 4 to 6 weeks. I think there's a very strong possibility I'll end up going back into the loan market again to try and get us through into January. And this is another thing. Listen, it's very emotional football, and it's very difficult after what's just happened there. But you have to take a step back and look at. We brought Mace back in. He's played 2 games in 3 days. 36, 37. We brought Junior off his sick bed in today. You look at the 2 young lads in the middle of the park. Players couldn't have done much more. Might have lacked a bit of quality now and again. Made a few bad decisions, but you're standing there thinking, I'm sort of thinking, looking at my clock, thinking a few minutes ago, thinking, what a great 2 clean sheets these are for us. What we've had to do. Great character shown by everybody, and it's just a shame the last sort of 4 or 5 minutes of sport. But listen. This is this league, the bottom of it, which is crazy, but that's the strength of it. It's another point on the board. We'll keep ticking along. We go into the new year. We've got a little break after Saturday, and we're going to need that. And hopefully, we can start getting towards the end of January, 1 or 2 players back, and really kick on hopefully, and keep ticking over. So, what I would say over the 2 games, fantastic character and spirit by the group in difficult circumstances. We picked up 2 solid points, but it probably should and could have been 4.